Hello and welcome to Boom and Crash Expert Advisor. Can drop a hi in the live chat box. Let me know if you're around. The dollar is awake. Indeed, it is. Are you ready for some market analysis? I'll wait for a few more people and then we begin. Kindly drop a hi if you're around. The dollar is awake. Hello and welcome. Kindly drop a hi. Let me know you're present. If you just joined, thank you very much. What's going on in the synthetic indices? Well, today I had a shock on my life when I saw the trend of step index moving from this is boom 1000 right now. All right, we see a downward trend. It's been consolidating here for about one whole week. All right, anyway, but I had my eye on this today because I've been trading step index for a while. And this is strange. Now at this point in time, I just realized there was a serious manipulation in the market. Now this is what happened. This market, okay, this is supposed to trend upward because from far back, if you look at the higher time frames, if you look at say H4, let's even look at D1, you see it's been trending downward the whole of the time. Okay, now it gets to this point, it forms this, is moving upward. Okay, it's been coming from the heights and is now moving downward. Hold on, I have an issue. Okay, all right, so I don't know why I'm having an issue with this. All right, good. So this is what we had, and the market is actually supposed to retrace and move to the top. Okay, yes, all right, nice having you around, Gift. I think I sent you a message. And we have this. Okay, we have this. Now this where I just knew the market was being manipulated. This trend, if I should switch to 5 minutes, you would see this. It's crazy. This is it, right from this point. Okay, it was supposed to move upward, but then it breaks down, it breaks the support and keeps going. And when you zoom in and you check, it's full of red candles, only few green ones, and it kept going down and down and down, and there was no sign of retracement. And according to a friend of mine, from his advanced indicator he was using, there were no buyers around this area. There were no buyers. It was just a sell throughout. Just a sell throughout. It broke all the supports and got to this point. It's now retracing. This is going to show a massive retracement and bypass this. It's going to bypass this where it broke the support. in the near future is going to bypass it and climb upwards. It's most likely going to retrace more than 100%. When there's a steep slope like this, it's mostly going to retrace by more than 100%. Now we want to take a look at the boom and crash market, but before we do that, I have a friend who is joining us today, who will be sharing from his storehouse of knowledge. I'll connect him very soon, so we learn something from him. All right, so give me a few minutes while I connect him.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, 1 second. It says only hosts can share. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. You have OBS up on YouTube. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Screen share. Sweet. You have OBS up on YouTube. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Sweet. All right, did you have a chart that we were looking at right now? Okay, I'm pulling up the step index unless you wanted to get into boom and crash. All right, so I got MetaTrader up as well. Did you want to jump into any strategies here? Or did you want me to go into this chart? Okay, cool. All right, so right here we have the step index. I think he was covering it already. And typically what I like to look for in my strategies is divergence plays, and those occur on the MACD. So when I get those setups, I'm typically taking a good profit. In other words, I'm able to calculate to where I'm going to take it. Normally the 10 span, you can see that orange line. So it all depends on what time frame you're looking at. So typically what you want to have set up is the 5-minute chart. Okay. The 5-minute chart's going to be the safest because it's going to filter out a lot of the signals that you get on the 1-minute chart. So you're going to use the 5-minute chart as your main chart and then your 1-minute chart as your entry chart. So I have a pretty complex setup here. I don't know if we have enough time to really cover all these indicators, but you can find them. They're just default right here in your MetaTrader. I'll just cover them right here right quick. If you want to look at them, you can pause the video. But the main gist of what I'm doing here is I'm looking for how like the accelerator and the awesome oscillator, you see the green bars going up right there. When those two align, and then you have the MACD moving up as well, boom, that's an easy trade to go long. So when I'm looking for divergences, then it would be like right now, it's at the top of this 3-level setup right here. Okay. So where's the 3 levels? So let's try to plot them out right here. So here's level 1 right here. Here's level 2 right here. And here's level 3 right here. So when you get what you can see is a clear 3-level setup, now you're looking for divergence on your MACD. So that's going to be when you get the signal line cross the histogram. When that happens, now you see as a result, there's a sell play or a short play going on right now, and you're going to see a lot of red bars print. So we could take a sell trade during that opportunity. So right now, what we want to do is pretty much wait for the safety. And what we do by that is we jump down into the 1 minute. And since we're getting green bars printing right now, we don't want to take our sell trade just yet. We're going to wait till price hits either the top Bollinger Band here, or we wait until we see the 1 minute chart create a divergence. So we're going to wait for a trade. Might even be able to take it now if price continues. So hold up. All right, so I'm in on this play right here. And this is a step index, guys. It's a great market to trade because every tick is 10 cents. Well, depending on your lot size. I'm using a 30-cent lot size here. Nothing super big, guys. This is just a small account. I'm doing a little challenge right now. Turn 50 into 100. Just do that over and over. And if you guys can find a divergence play setup, I'm gonna go ahead and scalp this right now. I like $3. If you guys can find a divergence play and gain anywhere between $3, $7, $10 per trade, you do that setup 5 times a day. There's your $50 a day. Boom, you take that out over the course of a week, $250 a week, $1,000 a month. So this is how I started with a small account. Was I watched Boom and Crash EA. You're watching him right now, and he's teaching you guys everything. And I started with some of his strategies, and he's motivated me to the point where I started trading this full time. And this is what I do now. So I pretty much just took my knowledge from Forex and crypto into the synthetic markets, because I learned that it's pretty much just an algorithm of price action, random number generator, and you're not really trading against a bunch of traders. So that's why I've learned divergence patterns work. I could have stayed in this trade, but it's only proof that divergences work. This should hit orange line, if not yellow line, is TP, guys. Yeah, I should have held it till. It's okay. Well, I was doing this live and I wasn't, fully prepared. But yeah, if you want to take over, I just kind of wanted to show that. Yep. And look at that, the awesome oscillator and the accelerator right there. I'm gonna get this tool here. Look at this right here. They're still red, and that gives us the ability to hold that trade. And that's where our confidence comes from. So our full trade, guys, if you want to be able to see it, is from here. The accelerator started to turn red, and it's until both of them turn red that you get your confirmation, right? Then you're holding that trade. You see the color change here. You can either take off half, partial profits there, or if you're still holding, this is your continuation until what I have up here is the RVI. And that went basically from its sell zone all the way down to its buy zone, which is how you complete the trade, right? So I like to take 2 positions, one to scalp out halfway and one to kind of get that home run. Small account. But yeah, Boom and Crash. Did you want to cover that, or did you want to jump into that one too? The SAR. Okay. Does it matter what chart, or do you want me to go back to step? We can go to step. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cover step first, and then I'm gonna go to Boom and Crash, because the SAR is actually a secret on Boom and Crash. I'm gonna cover that real soon. So with the SAR, what you want to do is, okay, first off, the SAR is in your indicators. You'll see it on my chart. I use a few of them, and one of them set on the default, and 2 of them are set a little faster. What I do with the SAR, the yellow dots, those are a trend trading indicator. So when the dots are underneath the candles, it will push the candles up. When the dots are above the candles, it will push the candles down. So SAR, SAR, stands for stop and reverse. So what you want to be able to do with this indicator is be able to trade with the trend. So as you can see here, the yellow dots were pushing price down. You see the reversal right here where the dots flip. When the dots flip on this green candle, you see the continuation to trend up. And you also see the green awesome oscillator and accelerator doing the same thing, RVI pushing to the upside. So one thing I want to be able to show you is that's also how I can find my 3-level setups, is when the SAR dots have their crossovers, and you can kind of see that through the arrows that I drew. So that being the play that we just have on the step index, the volatilities, the SAR dots move like normal. Now, the reason why I said earlier that the SAR dots are actually a secret for the boom and crash market is for this reason. We're going to go into this. So let's pull up Crash 1000. The reason why I say that the SAR dots are a secret indicator for trading on the boom and crash specifically. More importantly, the 1000s, because the 1000s don't crash as often as the 500s. What you want to trade are triangle patterns. You can see it right there, right in front of you, how there's a big spike, and then you see basically there's a double bottom pattern. Now, price basically comes all the way back up and touches the yellow dots right there. So this pattern happens so frequently that, check this out. Here's a level 1, level 2, level 3 setup. Catch the divergence right here, enter, and hold that all the way until it touches the yellow dots. It happens over and over and over. Like, you can literally just milk the market off the SAR dots. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of strategies, advanced strategies, pro strategies that I'm going to be covering. I've been doing this for about 8.5 years now. So, you know, my work's kind of coming out to shine. So I definitely encourage people. I've been encouraged by Boom and Crash EA to start up my own channel, Boom Crash Strategy. So I'm definitely looking forward to partnering and working with this channel to provide everybody a lot of high value and show them the way. Print money.
Yeah, that's the goal, to print money. Yeah, to move the market. Because I realize there is milking us every time. You know, I think they're checking from their dashboard how how many trades are going for buys, how many trades are going for sells, and then the cumulative profits on both sides is compared, and then the ones that would bring profit, they go in that direction. Okay, so sometimes the market doesn't really follow the normal technical analysis we know because of some of these things. Yeah. But then at the end of the day, we still have to find a strategy or a way to milk the market to make profit for ourselves, no matter how small it is. So I tell people, when you meet your daily target, you can just close for the day. If it's $10 a day you're going for, if it's $20, once you hit it, you close. Unless, of course, we have about $10,000. And even with that, you still have to set a daily target. And, go by it, follow it. Yeah, and that makes you consistently profitable. Yeah. Do you have anything to add on the boom and crash?
Just that strategy right there. The SAR dots was a pretty good one, and divergence is something I'd probably have to go more in depth on. So
yeah.
I'll definitely be coming out with some videos.
Yeah, the bullish divergence and then the bearish ones. Yeah. All right, so guys, you can check out this channel, Boom Crash Strategy. I think you can also drop the link of your channel in the live chat box.
Okay, for sure, we can do that.
So if someone wants to, visit and check out your channel, they do so. So thank you very much for sharing your storehouse of knowledge with us. We really appreciate everything. Appreciate your coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll be coming out with more videos.
Yeah. And this is not the only time you'll be on this live stream. There are many days ahead of us, and I'm willing to invite you on board to share more stuff with us. Because you have many years of experience trading, right? I just have, I think, about 2 years. Yeah, just about 2 years. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
started with
it
forex. Yeah.
okay. It definitely shows, I mean, in the way that you teach.
Hmm.
So, I mean, keep up what you're doing because this whole industry is all about studying.
Yeah.
So, I encourage people to never give up because that's really where a lot of people stop is they think that it's get rich quick.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
problem is you don't make money before you put education in your brain. You don't put money in your
Hmm.
wallet before education, you know. So you have to study, you have to binge watch these videos,
Yeah.
you have to use a demo account, and the point of demo is you have to be able to prove to yourself that you
Hmm.
have a working strategy, which is why you use a live account because now that you have a working strategy, you can make real money, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
pe- people got to get it.
I think we are lured by some videos we see. A guy who turned $100 to $50,000 in 5 days, and we see such videos, and we are like, okay, once I get into it, I'm going to make that amount in 5 days as well. So we come with that kind of perception that we are going to get rich quick. And because of that, we tend to blow accounts. There are people who just start live accounts straight away without practicing on the demo. And then they go in with big lot sizes. At the end of the day, it's a disaster.
I think that's the problem
Yeah.
with the industry is a lot of people only see the dollar signs. And so one of the unique things that I'm gonna be broadcasting on my channel
Mm-hmm.
is not particularly how much money I'm making, which is part of why even on this video I'm
Yeah.
only showing a demo, not a demo account. This is a live account,
Yeah.
but it's only $50 because this
Mm-hmm.
is for a playlist for me just to go from 50 to 100. Why? Just to
Mm-hmm.
double my money, just to show people a small number that's real and possible
Yeah.
because you have too many YouTubers out here that only show big numbers to try to get a lot of clout and hey
Yeah.
50,000 $100,000 $1,000,000,
Yeah.
but they're not showing the little average everyday guy or
Mm-hmm.
girl how to just make scrape off 50 cents, scrape off
Yeah.
$1.25,
Yeah.
$3 here,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what adds up. You make $20 a day, this becomes a part-time hustle.
Yeah.
Once you start taking it serious, you start making $50, $100, $200 a day, then it starts changing your life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I don't mean to preach on your channel, brother.
Oh,
I'm
don't worry, don't
definitely
worry, just
doing
flow.
that on mine.
Don't worry, just flow.
But
Yeah.
I appreciate this opportunity because, like I said, you were definitely one of the key people out there that are on YouTube that's dropping high value, giving away stuff in your Telegram. I appreciate that. Anybody
Yeah.
that hasn't joined his Telegram, boomandcrashea, do that because the expert advisors are things that we've back tested that allow you to be able to trade automatically without
Yeah.
the stress, without the hesitation. All you have to do, you turn on the algo trading button
Yeah.
and you wait for
Right
the
here.
EA robot to do the entry. You just hit the close button and find out how much money you want to take. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Especially with
make trading simple.
the every candle boom.
Oh yeah.
Or every candle crash. People just some people just take the bot, turn it on, and then complain about the stop losses being hit. But I teach them that you need to have a strategy where the market is going to start to trend, and when you see the trend forming, then you turn it on. But most times, people think you just turn on the EA and it's $5 a trade. You're just raking in the money, but it's not so. It actually goes with strategies. So you check your strategy. You make sure it's such that it can easily present, or it can easily give you a signal when a trend is about to start, and then you turn on your EA. You see that? You turn on your EA and it sweeps every candle. That's the essence of the whole thing. So you don't just turn it on at any point and assume you're going to be rich. No, you're just going to blow your account, because stop loss works differently in boom and crash. It works differently, and that's why the strategy tester is not so accurate, because it uses the forex system of stop loss. So if I should use every candle on strategy tester, I'm going to have an amazing result. But if I run it in real time, I'm going to get a lot of losses. because it works differently. And I think I shared that system in one of my videos, where I think that the title was how stop loss works, how stop loss and trailing stop works in boom and crash. In boom and crash. Yeah. So I feel people should learn how to use bots. I think that's the main point I'm trying to drive at. People should learn how to use bots so they don't blow their accounts. Yes. So we are here to provide you with the alert tools, the free trading tools, the premium ones. And one thing I was aiming to do was to be able to catch a spike, place a trade within a spike before it actually ends. Because usually it takes less than a second for a spike to occur. From the opening end to the closing end, it takes less than a second. So I was trying to create an EA that can actually place a buy within the spike and set a TP within the spike even before the spike ends. In other words, I was trying to look at an EA that could capture a spike in milliseconds. So that's one of my projects that I'm working on, and that is going to be a milking machine. That's going to be a serious milking machine. It's still something, but one thing I've realized about the Deriv team is they are very smart people. They consider every loophole. They consider every loophole, and before you think, they are 10 times ahead of you. And so they are strategists. They know how to cover every loophole, and they know how to create new synthetic indices that are difficult to crack. That's one thing I've noticed about them. So yeah, you have to learn every day. You have to add value to what you already know in order to break the code, crack the system, and then you are good to go.
Lifetime of study and research for sure.
Yeah, more studies, more research. Yeah.
So yeah, do you use the trading view version of the charts? Because a lot of people might not know about that. They might only think it's MetaTrader.
Oh, okay. No, I don't personally. I just use that for checking other cryptos and maybe currency pairs that interest me. Yeah. But I think I should start using it, right?
Well, yeah, I dropped the link in the chat here. You mentioned a spike catcher strategy. I was actually already testing one where if you tweak the MACD to be faster, what will happen is it'll show you overbought and oversold levels. So when you're trading boom or crash, like let's say you're trading boom right now, if the tick is down and it's negative, you'll actually see the MACD open the opposite direction, and you'll actually catch a spike before it happens. But that's a video I can either make or definitely.
Yeah.
So the settings, if you want to know, or you can use default.
All right, which is 12, 26, and 9.
Yeah, the default settings are what I would typically use as far as entry and exits. Yeah. And if you want to catch spikes and you want to be able to go in the opposite direction, that's when I would tweak the settings to go a little bit faster, and then you can catch it going the opposite way.
Oh, okay. So for the fast EMA, how do you use?
3.
And then the slow?
3.
So 3, okay.
And then the signal, the slow is 15. So
slow is
fast
15,
is 3. And then the MACD is 3.
Okay. All right.
And then that's normally on a 1-minute chart. So then that way, when you see the numbers open negative or basically in the opposite tick direction, it'll show you an early entry.
Okay.
Okay. So let's look at this.
I think I entered a trade here. All right. So for this, how how are we able to spot the spike before it happens?
Funny enough, it just happened there, right? So you need a big enough move for it to actually occur.
Okay.
So one of the things I was honestly just mentioning was being able to use the MACD that's on TradingView compared to the one that's on MetaTrader
Okay.
actually allows you to be able to see the strategy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that. So I
I
dropped the
think
link in the description there, but yeah, let me see. All right, I have it on the screen share. It's on my phone.
all right. So should I allow you to share your screen?
Yeah, we can
All
cover
right.
this real quick.
All right.
Be able to
Sure.
show the people.
All right. Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right. Okay, so my screen should be up there now. Okay, guys. So one of the things I was basically just covering, right, was when you pull up the MACD and you use it on MetaTrader, it does work the same way, but you're not going to get as clear of a picture and vision of what I was trying to explain. So here's what we're going to do. On your phone, if you're on the TradingView chart, go ahead and add the MACD twice. By doing that, you're going to have one that's set on default, 12, 26, 9. The only thing I'm going to do here, change the color to black, change the histogram over to columns so that we can see them a little bit better, and then scale it like this so that you can see the black waves. Okay.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is just noticing that it's above the 0 line. So you're going to do the same thing to the second one. And I gave you the settings earlier. It was 3, 15, and 3. And you can tweak this and figure out what works for you, but this is just kind of what I've been using right now. Put this on blue, just change the color, right? And scale this in as well. Now, here is the difference of what I was explaining, how the default MACD in black and the fast MACD in blue work simultaneously, and it gives you pretty solid entries. So if you notice, like right around here, right, you're seeing that the blue MACD gives you an entry, right, to buy. However, if you see that the black MACD is still underneath the 0 line, it's saying don't trade yet because there could still be a spike until we get above our 0 line. So the true entry would technically be right here when the black MACD becomes solid, and then that way you know for sure you can take that trade. So the thing I wanted to explain, because one of the oh, here it goes, guys, real quick. I don't want to miss it. So right now, the blue MACD is negative. It's showing an opening negative. What does this mean? This means that there's an accumulated delta of overbought trades that are about to get wiped out by sell trades. So what we know is that we can prepare to take a spike. Now, the key to this is timing. And one of the things I'm predicting right now is that we may get a spike in the next 4 minutes. around the 45-hour mark. So what this also represents is the new
I went for a
15-minute
sell and caught
candle.
a spike.
Hey, there it goes.
I
There it
went
goes.
for the sell and
Live right in front of you guys. Live right in front of you. The true spike catcher, where all you're doing is you're just tweaking the MACD to have the default in black, to have the fast MACD in blue. You wait for the fast MACD in blue to show an overbought or oversold condition. And as you saw, the MACD was printing a negative blue bar, right? So that represents that a spike's about to occur. And as you see the gap on the black MACD, that shows you how deep the spike is. So since the black MACD did not cross its zero line, this spike is fairly weak. So what we're now going to see is the end of the blue MACD here. It's going to finish out the sell volume. And when the blue MACD starts to print again above its zero line, that's when it's safe to take the next crash trade in the buy direction. So you're going to want to wait for that. Now, here's the last key. The next buy trade that you take that occurs after a spike. Remember this. Look, you got to zoom out. You got to zoom out, right? Where are we on the chart? So we're coming up towards this area up here, right? So the closer we get to this area, the closer a spike is typically going to occur. So we can also see that from this point here that we were in a spike zone. So anything beyond this point was really an area of just interest of, hey, there's probably going to be another spike. So you got to understand like supply and demand, support and resistance. And as soon as people get all that stuff down, they're going to start knowing when and where spikes are going to happen. Then combine that with what I just taught you. This is definitely what works.
wow.
So let's see if we can catch another spike. Oh yeah, I've been doing this for a little while, so I've definitely I've used pretty much every indicator that's in the TradingView default.
Yeah.
And so what I've discovered is through all these indicators, I can create all types of templates or strategies just combining certain indicators at the same time. Like watch this. Let's add on the awesome oscillator, go into the format, change histogram over to columns real quick. Boom. Now you see the color change, right?
Yeah.
So you combine all this together, and that's how you can take a full complete trade right here. Look. So you take the crossover from the black MACD going to its zero line, the blue MACD going to the zero line, and then the awesome oscillator going from red to green. And then the safety trade is when the awesome oscillator crosses its zero line. So like I said, I can pretty much just pull indicators out at will. But what I've really learned is it's the knowledge of how to use each indicator, and it's how you specifically tweak it to the market that you're looking at. Because this specific strategy I've learned, I haven't tested it on the 500 yet, but it only works on Boom and Crash 1000 for right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. So that's what I got for you guys.
By the way, I entered a sell on Crash 1000. I'm just waiting.
For sure.
And I also entered a buy on Boom 1000, and there I have it. Boom 1000 is going to spike some more. I think you can share that
good call.
screen. Yeah.
Probably need. So yeah, the parabolic SAR said that spike wasn't very significant, so it's going to continue upward there.
Oh, okay. I have my TP right beneath it, so it will just close if a spike just appears.
So since I have that set up there, let's go
Yeah.
over here real quick. Let's go to crash 1000. So yeah, there could be a spike coming up. I'm looking at the accelerator, awesome oscillator.
Yeah.
So with those being red, I'm not in any buy trades. This isn't the area to buy. So you definitely want to look for the spikes right here.
Yeah. Do you also trade price action?
Yeah, I could do blank charts. My specialty is just turn your chart into Heikenashis. So as I saw, or as I had it before, right? So I jump back on this chart. You change your candles right here, guys, over to Heikenashis. So what this also does is after every spike, it gives you an extra filter of an extra 2 or 3 or 4 bars, as you see, to not enter the trade because of double spikes or triple spikes that occur if you take a trade literally after the spike. So you want to give yourself that extra margin of error or room for the there goes your spike. The market to drop.
I caught it.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
Good.
So yeah, 2 live spikes right in front of you guys. So you seen it here first. Let's go.
It's super long.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Very long.
Over $22 on the drop there.
Yeah.
So the awesome oscillator being red the entire time there, guys, that is a spiked zone. And as you see with the blue MACD showing you negative closes and then having the 2 that went positive and then it finally created the spike. The black MACD never created a negative bar, right? Because that's our default MACD. And as I've explained to you before, the default MACD, which is, I mean, here's another secret. The brokers always set up the indicators on default, right? So it's up to the trader to find and tweak indicators and use their years of experience, use their knowledge to find what works, which is how I came up with this blue MACD strategy for the spike catcher. And you combine that with the awesome oscillator to get that red zone. I mean, it's pretty clear as day. So yeah, you called it out in advance too, which is, this is impressive. You know, we're doing it right here in front of you guys live. I mean, how much better can it get?
Did anybody take the trade? Apart from myself.
I didn't catch that. I'm trading step right now, but I definitely got on live.
Louise has a question. Louise says, "What are the zoom levels?" I think he wants to say what are the zoom levels we have to use in this MACD.
Zoom levels. So zoom levels really only apply to the platform that you're using. So like MetaTrader, it has a specific amount of zoom that you can actually manipulate on your chart, right? You can only like click it 5 times. So the difference is that when you guys use the trading view chart, watch this. You have full control. You can manipulate the candles. You can move them anywhere you want. You can move them off the chart. You can make them as big as you want, small as you want. You can move them to the left or right without having to, hit the scroll button. So the true beauty of the system is to use TradingView simultaneously with your MetaTrader, right? So then that way you can do things like this at will, and then you can use your MetaTrader to kind of just be like a static robot, right?
Okay. So it has a more flexible zoom style, not the same as the MT5.
Correct. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
the best way.
Yeah. And I think
Great call on
the
that spike.
yeah, thanks. I think the Haikenashi also tends to, predict the future. It has some kind of predictive, you know, dynamism to it.
Yes. So the reason for that is because the Haikanashi itself is an indicator. So it averages the last two candles and shows you it as one. So a lot of people use it because it gives you a lot more clear direction of the market. So watch this. We're going to go flip our candles back to regular and check this out. There's actually no candle. It's a spike, which is a gap.
Yeah.
And a gap occurs when literally all the buyers are wiped out. So there's no area of interest up there. So the market literally just drops, and that's where it opens. So the Heikenashis do give you that extra clear perspective. And like I said, when it turns to green, that's your safety zone trade, right? Now, one of the true beauties of it is when you switch to a different market, like step, if you're on the regular candles, let me look at this to load. When you're on the regular candles in the step market, right? So you see this push here, you see the consolidation, now you see the drop. If you put this on Heikenashi, look how much clearer of a view you get. It's clear direction moving up. It's a clear consolidation, no trade zone. Then you get the red candle breakout followed by the confirmation candle. Boom, that's your sell trade.
Yeah. Wow.
So Heikenashi is one of the best indicators by far if you're going to do blank chart naked trading. If you're not going to use any indicators except the Heikenashi, it can trade on its own. Throw on some Sardots as a confirmation with your trend. You could do this off your phone, guys.
Yeah. I've personally learned a lot tonight. I can't wait to hear more from you. I know there's so much
definitely.
more. There's so much more.
So yeah, guys, I just started up my YouTube channel. It's not as big as boomandcrashea over here. He's tearing up the game. So, but yeah, he's dropping a lot of value, guys. So if he's got the robots, I can drop some strategies and kind of explain the settings to you guys and what I'm coming up with and combine it.
Yeah. So please, are there any more questions? If you have a question, you can drop it in the live chat. The humanitarian says this man is a legend. Yes, he's been trading for 8 years. We are just we have done about 2 years max. 2 years max. So I have a lot. I have 6 years of 6 years of lessons to learn from him.
So yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with some new strategies and templates for you guys because I honestly don't believe it's about like, because here's one of the things in the industry right now that a lot of these YouTubers are doing. I want to key you guys in is they're giving away, or not, the ones that give away, like boomandcrashea, he's a good guy. I'm not gonna name any names. I don't want to do that to his channel. The thing is if they're selling you one indicator, tell me why it's some holy grail, because here's the thing, they need the money, that's why they're selling it. There's no one indicator that works. You have to have a full strategy and a full setup. That's why I create templates. My templates are a combination of indicators where I give you all the settings, I tell you how to use them, and then after that you learn how to use the full divergence strategy to find high probability setups. Once you can identify that over and over, that's your income, that's your trade. So when you take my setups 5 times a day, 6 times a day, 3 times a day, 10 times a day, that's all you have to do over and over, because it's literally just pattern recognition at that point. So trading is simple once you have a strategy. But if you don't have a strategy, you're just an emotional gambler. So that's why trading on demo is so important, and a lot of people miss that step. So don't get distracted by anybody out there trying to just put out one indicator and charge you over $100 for it. Literally take the time to research what each indicator is and what it does.
Yeah.
And after a certain point, you'll realize that it's the combination of indicators working together that give you your confidence in how you trade.
Wow.
So that's where the money is coming from. It's how confidently you take a trade. I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Then I'm really gonna go because I don't want to drop too much sauce. I trade in milliseconds. I have a setup on my MetaTrader where I'm trading in milliseconds. So when you're thinking about an entry, I've already spotted a divergence on a 1 second chart. You don't even see that show up on a 1 minute chart. So I have the technology to be able to trade milliseconds ahead of you and then profit before you've even decided to take your trade, because then you see your confirmation on a 1 minute chart. See, so this is the game of the real scalpers is you got to have high speed internet. You got to have the right indicators. You got to have the strategy going. So I don't want to confuse you guys and take it over here, but if you want to elevate your game, that's what I do. So check me out, Boom Crash Strategy. I'm gonna be coming out with some more videos, and I appreciate the opportunity you gave me today, because like I said, guys, this guy is the one that inspired me to build my YouTube channel, because I saw how much free value he was giving out. And I use a lot of his stuff. I watched all of this guy's videos before I decided to make my YouTube channel. So I encourage you to join his Telegram, go through all the information, download all the bots, the EAs, the indicators he puts in there, and then trade this for a solid week or a month on your demo account. And when you get that confidence, then come to me. I'll do a one-on-one consultation with you. And that's when, we can really take over the game. So Boom Crash Strategy is my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Guys, please check it out. Boom Crash Strategy. Okay. And there's a question from Nehemiah. He said, how did you get your account on TradingView? And then the humanitarian says, what's his YouTube channel? Yeah, so that's what he just mentioned. Boom Crash Strategy. So Nehemiah says, how did you get your account on TradingView?
Okay, so here's the thing with TradingView. I have a premium account with TradingView, but you cannot find the synthetic markets on your regular TradingView account. So what I've discovered is I believe that Deriv itself has an exclusive partnership with TradingView, which is you just look at the bottom of their website, you just partner with them. I think that they have their synthetic markets as, I don't know, a private intellectual property product. I don't know. I think so. And that's why you cannot see the Boom and Crash or any of the synthetic markets on your regular TradingView account. So I'm going to drop a link. I think I already did in the chat here, where you can go to the TradingView link exclusively from Deriv, and that's how you can view these markets. So I'm gonna drop that in here as well.
Yeah. All right, so thank you very much for featuring on the show. Let me call it a show, because I've been so much entertained and received so much insight tonight. Yeah, and I know I'm going to do bigger things. Guys, if you missed the beginning of the video, kindly download, or maybe just scroll back and then watch from the beginning. You'll really be informed. So thank you very much, Gift. We'll check out your channel, Boom Crash Strategy, and I know that you're going to drop mind-blowing videos in the coming days. Yeah, so this is where we close. Without any more questions, I think we'll wrap up.
Appreciate the opportunity, man, and we'll definitely be connecting on some more videos, dropping high value for the people.
Sure. Yeah, and thanks to everyone for spending time to watch. Have a good night.
Have a good one.